That moment this morning, standing in the bathroom, brush in hand, doing everything you always do, and your hair still looked flat. Still lifeless. Still wrong. You didn't skip a step. You used the product. You spent the time. And it still sat there, thin against your head, doing the opposite of what you needed. That specific kind of frustration? It has a cause. And it is not your hair. You are someone who pays attention. You have a routine. You have tried things. That tells me everything, because women like you are not making careless mistakes. You are making invisible ones. The kind built into habits so old they feel like just the way your hair is. Here is what nobody says clearly. Thin hair after 50 does not need more product and more effort. It needs the right sequence. For specific steps. In the right order. That is the entire difference between hair that reads as flat and hair that reads as full, lifted, and genuinely alive. And in part 3, I am covering one technique that a colorist told me most women with fine hair are doing backwards every single morning. And the damage it does to your volume is something no amount of dry shampoo will fix. I researched the worst style and beauty mistakes and youth-boosting fixes for mature women, so you get simple, proven transformations that work immediately. Today we are covering 4 simple steps to fix thin hair styling. And by part 2, you are going to want to stop, go to your bathroom, and look at your shelf. Part 1 opens with the invisible step most women skip before they even turn on the heat. Part 2 covers the product placement mistake that is quietly flattening everything. Part 3 has the backwards technique your dryer is making worse. Part 4 closes with the finish move that separates flat from full in under 60 seconds. If you have not already, hit subscribe. I cover this every week. Part 1, Step 1. The invisible prep step. Before you touch a single tool, before the heat, the product, the brush, there is one thing that decides how the next 20 minutes go. Most women skip it completely. Not because they do not care. Because no one ever told them it existed. You have probably wondered why your hair behaves differently on some days than others. Same products. Same routine. Completely different result. This is usually why. The invisible step is your towel technique and your cool down window. And right now, this specific combination is secretly adding years to your face by flattening the roots before you ever apply a single product. The rubbing motion most of us learned from our mothers, back and forth, pressed against the scalp, breaks the hair shaft and trains the root to lie flat. It is the first and most damaging thing that happens in the entire routine. Here is what to do instead. Squeeze sections of hair gently downward using the towel as a press, not a scrub. Work from root to end in one direction only. Then wait. Not long, 4 to 6 minutes of cool air before you reach for anything. That window allows the cuticle to partially close. And it is the single best thing you can do for volume before a single drop of product touches your strands. Yes, that's specific. There is a reason this step matters more as your hair changes with age. Fine hair after 50 has a naturally flatter root because the follicle angle shifts slightly over time. Your styling routine needs to work against that shift, not with it, not around it. Against it. And that starts before the dryer is even in your hand. The cool down window also does something else, something a stylist I work with calls the memory window. The hair shaft, while still slightly damp and cooling, holds the direction it is placed. Most women spend this window doing nothing useful with their hair. You are going to spend it clipping the root sections gently upward with a single large clip or 2 large clips at the crown. Leave them in. Let them set. You will understand in 60 seconds why this changes everything about what comes next. This is the one a friend of mine used and immediately called her hairdresser to ask why she had never been told. Swap the rough towel scrub at the root for a downward squeeze press. Wait 4 minutes, clip the crown up during the cool down, and you have just changed the entire foundation your styling sits on. Everything from step 2 forward works better because of what you just did here. Coming up next, the product placement mistake I see on almost every woman I speak with who has fine hair. It feels like the right thing to do. It is one of the most reliable ways to flatten everything you just lifted. Step 2. The product placement mistake. Most women with fine hair are using the right product and putting it in the wrong place. That sentence is the entire story of why the shelf full of volumizing products is not working. You have been promised lift. You bought the promise. and your hair is still flat by 10 in the morning. This is not a product problem. Here is the truth that nobody says plainly. Volumizing product applied to the midshaft and ends of fine hair adds weight. It does not add lift. Weight is the opposite of what you need. And the instinct to distribute product evenly from root to tip, which feels thorough, which feels correct, is quietly coating every strand in a layer that pulls it downward within hours. The fix sounds almost insultingly simple once you hear it. Product goes on the root only. Mid-lengths and ends get nothing. Or if they need moisture, one light pass of a completely separate, featherweight formula applied after heat, never before. Write this one down. For a volumizing mousse or a root spray, apply it only to the first 2 inches of hair closest to the scalp. Section your hair at the crown and at both temples, and apply product directly to the root zone on each section. Do not blend it downward. Do not distribute it. Set it there and leave it. For a fine hair serum or any liquid formula, which are the heaviest products for fine hair, apply only to the ends after heat, never before, and never within 3 inches of the scalp. If the bottle says root to tip, it was not written for your hair type. Ignore that instruction entirely. And here is the retention booster hiding inside this step. Amount matters as much as placement. The right amount of a volumizing root product for fine hair is smaller than you think. A coin-sized amount of mousse. 1 second of a root spray per section. Fine hair is easily overwhelmed. Less is not laziness. Less is the correct technical choice. Your bone structure deserves hair that rises to meet it, not product that pulls it back down. I watched a woman in a salon chair last week. Stunning cheekbones, perfect posture, beautiful silver hair cut well. And she had used half a bottle of volumizing spray distributed evenly every single morning for 2 years. Wondering why nothing held. The stylist reapplied 1/10 of the amount, roots only, and the difference was visible before the dryer even turned on. The next mistake is the one I see most often. And honestly, it is the most frustrating one because the tool causing it is in your hand every single morning, and has been for years. Part 3, Step 3. The dryer direction mistake. This one is harder to hear. Not because it is complicated. Because it is something you have been doing for so long it has become automatic. Your hands know the motion before your brain decides to make it. And that automatic habit is one of the main reasons thin hair stays thin looking no matter what else you do. The mistake is dryer direction. Almost every woman dries her hair in the same direction the hair naturally falls. Downward, following the weight, moving the airflow from root toward end in the direction gravity is already pulling. It feels efficient. It feels smooth. And it is setting your volume in the wrong direction permanently. This specific habit is pulling the eye downward along the sides of your face, which narrows your forehead, flattens the crown, and adds between 3 and 5 years to how your face reads in every photograph. It is not about the cut. It is not about the color. It is about the direction of heat during the moment when hair sets. Here is the fix. Before you think about smoothing, think about lifting. The dryer nozzle points upward. The brush lifts the root away from the scalp while the heat blows through it from below. You are not drying toward the ends first. You are drying the root first, the midshaft second, the ends last. Always in that sequence. Always with the nozzle pointed toward the ceiling at the root zone, not down toward the floor. This one is everything. The colorist I mentioned in the intro. This is the step she described as backwards for most women. She sees clients every week who have expensive cuts and beautiful color and flat, weighed down roots, and the dryer direction is almost always the cause. The session always ends the same way. She demonstrates the upward nozzle angle at the crown, and within 30 seconds the client says, "I have never been shown this." Not once. For the crown section specifically, flip your head forward. Dry that section entirely upside down for the first 60 seconds. The root lifts in the opposite direction from gravity, and when you flip back upright, that lift has been heat set into the strand. It stays. It does not drop by mid-morning the way it does when dried downward. You have been one piece of correct information away from this for years. There is one thing about the finish step coming up next that nobody in this space talks about plainly. And it is the move that separates a woman whose hair looks styled from a woman whose hair looks full. That is next. Part 4, Step 4. The finish move that changes everything. Most women stop one step too early. The heat is off, the style looks decent, and that feels like done. And that one skipped step, 30 seconds, nothing purchased, nothing complicated, is the entire difference between hair that holds its volume and hair that collapses quietly for the next 4 hours. You deserve to know this. It is overdue. The finish move is a cool shot, followed by a 2-minute set hold. Most dryers have a cool button. Most women either skip it entirely or use it once, briefly, at the end. What it actually does for fine hair is irreplaceable. The cool air closes the cuticle around the shape the heat just created. Without it, the strand stays in a slightly open, malleable state and begins to shift almost immediately under the weight of itself and the ambient humidity in any room. Here is how to use the cool shot correctly. After the root zone is fully dry and lifted, switch to cool and hold the nozzle at the root from below, same upward angle as the drying step, for 10 seconds per section at the crown. Then hold your hand flat against the lifted root for 15 seconds without pressing down. Your hand's temperature helps seal the set. This sounds like a small thing. For your hair type, this is not small. Have you ever had a blowout at a salon that held perfectly for 2 full days, and you could never recreate it at home? This is the step the stylist was doing that you were not watching. After the cool shot, the 2-minute rule. Do not touch your hair. Do not run your fingers through it. Do not flip it or fluff it or adjust it. 2 minutes of complete stillness while the cuticle resets around the shape you created. Set a timer the first time. You will be surprised how often the instinct to touch is there, and how much it costs you when you follow it. Your natural elegance carries this style. The hair just needs to hold up its end of the bargain. The before and after swap is this. If you currently end your routine the moment the heat turns off, swap that for a 10-second cool shot per crown section, followed by a 2-minute untouched set. If you have been touching and adjusting as you go, swap that for hands-off styling from root cool shot forward. And if your dry shampoo is doing the work of holding volume by noon, which means your routine is not holding, these 4 steps together will change that. The dry shampoo becomes optional instead of essential. One maintenance note. The cool shot method works best when your hair is cut with internal layers that allow air to move through the root zone. If your current cut is one length or blunt at the base, step 4 will still help. But step 4 plus the right cut is where the real transformation lives. What I am covering next time is the one accessory mistake I see on women with beautiful hair who still look slightly off, and it has nothing to do with the hair itself. You will want to watch that one before your next event. You just learned the 4 steps most women with fine hair spend years trying to find on their own. The prep window, the root-only placement, the upward dryer angle, and the cool shot finish. And you did it in one sitting. Boom! Your hair was never the problem. Now your routine matches what your hair actually needs. Tell me in the comments, which one of these 4 steps were you skipping without knowing it? Next time, we are getting into the one accessory mistake that quietly shortens the neck and ages the whole look. And it is not what you would expect. Like this video, subscribe to Timeless Wisdom Path, and I will see you in the next one.